What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa live channel, where I read you those cryptocurrency news articles or just post a short video of me working out to keep you motivated. But yeah, welcome back. Hope you all had a fantastic Labor Day. Enjoyed it with your family, yourself, go to the barbecue, whatever you did. Just hope you enjoyed yourself out doing it. What did I do? Gym, beach, and I was here. I would have done a video, but there was no crypto news going on this weekend. So yeah, it's been a while since I did a live update for you. But no, I got a couple articles for you. The main one is I need your help on deciding, is Solana decentralized or centralized? It's like I have an article for you that's saying that the Solana Foundation is defending its decentralization amid a patch or a coordinated patch that they did. So yeah, so what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below to just help me figure this out. But yeah, let's go through all these articles I have for you since there's quite a bit. So yeah, let's just dive right on in it. And again, yeah, the first one is going to be on the Solana Foundation and is its coordinated patch decentralized still. So yes, here we go. Solana's foundation, Dan Albert, highlighted that the network's distributed block producing nodes is arguing that the coordinated patch does not mean centralization. I remember covering like an article like years ago. I've been dealing with this for so many years since I've been covering all the news. Like every time the network went down and everything, it was like, you can't just restart a blockchain. That's a server out there. But yeah, so I don't know. Let's hear what he has to say for defending on this. So here we go. Solana Foundation Executive Director Dan Albert argued that a Korea Blockchain Week 2024 roundtable had the ability to coordinate a patch does not mean that the Solana network is centralized, pushing back against the recent claims that the network is not decentralized. Now, on August 9th, Solana validator Lane shared that the details of a critical vulnerability that they believe could have halted the network, and the validators coordinated the patch behind the scenes, claiming that an attacker could reverse engineer the vulnerability and take the network down if it was leaked. Now, because the patch was distributed quietly and coordination happened behind the scenes, some questions of the network's decentralization occurred. Now, Solana exec says that patch coordination does not mean centralization. Answering a question at the KBW 2024, Albert explained that a patch was deployed due to a security vulnerability, and the Solana executive confirmed that the bug could have potentially caused a liveness issue of Solana's mainnet. Now, I remember going over that article when it did happen, so it didn't quite go unnoticed out there, but people did see it happen. But however, Albert argued that being able to coordinate a fix to the bug does not mean that the network is centralized. The Solana executive said that regarding your question of decentralization, I think it's important not to confuse centralization with the ability to coordinate. There are over 1,500 block producing nodes all over the world, and that are operated by almost as many individuals. So kind of in a way, then it's decentralized. It's not just one entity, but Albert also admitted that some companies run multiple nodes. However, the patch coordination was due to the Solana Foundation's ability to talk to the node operations, which he described as people who are active in the community and ecosystem. Now, we've spoken with them on occasions for other things, he added, and the executive director also said that ultimately these validators decide which software they run. Albert said that the patch was open source and they've never asked anyone to run closed source binaries. Now, the ability to communicate with them, or some of them, voluntarily is not to be confused with centralization, Albert reiterated. Now, this is not the first centralization accusation. So yeah, this is not the first time that the Solana network has been accused of being too centralized. In 2022, a community member argued that the network is centralized, with a few having the influence to shut it down and restart it. A community member compared Solana to another version of the traditional system. However, Solana's base decentralized finance firm Unstoppable Finance pushed against the accusations. The protocol then said that Solana's validator count is higher than that of other blockchains, arguing that it is more decentralized than people think. Now, if you do want to watch a video on it, you can look at YouTube's channel, Solana, or Cointelegraph, Solana Expectations versus Reality. So they do have a video describing a little bit more details of it. But yeah, so So what do you think? Is it centralized? Is it decentralized? They have multiple nodes out there. There was an article covered in the past in 2022 saying they can restart it. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Solana, but I was favoring more towards centralized. But again, I want to hear your thoughts on that. So that is our first article we have for you. Let's move on. Next up, we have Bitcoin hash rate records a new all-time high, surpassing the 740 exahertz a second. So yeah, the Bitcoin network hash rate hit a new all-time high of 746 exahashes a second on September 3rd, showcasing improved security and fundamentals. This comes as Bitcoin prices decline and underscores the disconnect between short-term pricing and long-term network health. So yeah, so this is a good thing. So it doesn't really play an effect in crypto's price, especially Bitcoin, because phone's ringing. Sorry, because what was I going with this? Yeah, so the exo hashes and being high on that doesn't reflect the crypto pricing at all with it, but it does show that the network security is pretty strong. So that is a good sign. So let's go through this article and see their success on this. So the Bitcoin network's hash rate reached an all-time high on September 3rd, surpassing 740 exahashes per second. This comes even as Bitcoin price traded below $60,000 today. Now, Bitcoin Magazine tweeted that out, saying, "Justin, we hit the all-time high. Woo! Huzzah!" Now, a higher hash rate reflects more computational resources spent processing transactions and mining new Bitcoin. This is despite Bitcoin sliding over 10% this week, which highlights the disconnect between network fundamentals and short-term pricing. Now, leading mining companies such as WhatsMiner and MicroBT are launching advanced machines to take advantage of the surge in the hash rate, and WhatsMiner has introduced 4 new mining rigs and forthcoming solar-powered mining container systems. Meanwhile, MicroBT has rolled out its M6X7 Plus miners capable of processing between 190 and 150 terahashes. We also have Riot Platform, who also purchased block mining for $92.5 million to enhance its hash rate and broaden its market presence. Additionally, miners are looking into AI integration and potential acquisitions opportunities to address persistent identity challenges in the industry. Now, Bitcoin's rising hash rate indicates strong confidence in its long-term sustainability, with significant advancements in the mining technology and supportive political conditions. Enhancing profits, miners are rapidly expanding their infrastructure. Miners are rapidly expanding their infrastructure to handle transactions and secure the Bitcoin network. Now, while this hash rate doesn't directly influence Bitcoin's price, it does reinforce the underlying network security, and hash rate milestone also tends to precede bullish market moves and the Bitcoin halving events. So yeah, so just showcasing that it's just like, what is it like? Yeah, this doesn't affect the price. This is a big success for Bitcoin out there because it improves the security of it and this mining behind it. So yeah, way to go Bitcoin and all the miners out there. So keep it up, guys. So yeah, that's our Bitcoin news out there. Not a fun one, not a very entertaining one, but it's something that should be reported on. All right, let's move on. What's next? Oh, here's an interesting one on Ripple to add smart contracts to its XRP ledger. Yes, we have a bunch of XRP fans out there, so let's go through this article. The move aims to attract developers and expand XRP's ledger's capabilities, bringing new use cases to its ecosystem. So I wonder what kind of capabilities it will bring forth. Now, cross-border payments company Ripple announced that it will add smart contracts to the XRP Ledger developer ecosystem. Ripple announced that the move would open various use cases for users, builders, and entrepreneurs. It aims to attract developers to use XRPL's expanded capabilities. Now, according to Ripple, the smart contracts feature is set to go live in the coming months in the XRPL Ethereum virtual machine sidechain. Now, here is the tweet from Ripple showcasing that, and just loving the Bitcoin. Why did I say Bitcoin? I'm getting a little distracted over there. But Ripple and the broader XRP community are committed to bringing new programmability, including smart contracts, to the XRP ledger and its ecosystem in 2025. Now, in addition, Ripple said that the smart contracts would also be available on the XRPL mainnet. However, the cross-border solutions firm said it's still in its research phase and did not provide a definite time frame for deployment. So if you're looking for this to be released right now, just like, oh, it's coming very soon. No, it's just being developed right now. So be patient as they do, and who knows how long developers takes when it comes to this. Now, collaborating with the DeFi developers, smart contracts are self-executing contracts stored on the blockchain. They are automatically progressed when specific conditions are met. Smart contracts are the programs that handle transactions and agreements without the need of intermediaries out there. If you want to learn more about it, just go to any YouTube, type in smart contracts, and you'll find a nice little brief description out there. Now, smart contracts have various use cases and potential applications ranging from decentralized finance to supply chains. It's been used to develop decentralized applications on popular blockchain platforms like Ethereum, BNB Chain, Avalanche, and Solana. Ripple said that they are eager to collaborate with DeFi developers and want the community members to provide input on design specifics. Now, the organizations invited programmers familiar with Ethereum's virtual machine language to explore possibilities on its sidechain. Now, Ripple also said that the sidechains was created for developers using Ethereum-based smart contracts. This gives a familiar environment for deploying dApps, allowing them to use Solidity, a programming language used to build smart contracts on Ethereum. And that's pretty smart on them, because the biggest problem with at least programming on Cardano is that nobody knows its coding language. They don't work with it. It's just a big hassle. So if they're choosing one that everyone's very common with, it'll be very easy to onboard developers out there. But bringing on the EVM compatibility to XRP, according to Ripple Smart Contracts, will enter the XRPL ecosystem throughout the sidechain. They developed with the blockchain firm Persist. Now, the company also believes that the new development would help the blockchain appeal to more developers, Ripple wrote. Now, the sidechain will bring Ethereum's virtual machine compatibility to the XRP community, allowing developers to employ familiar tools and programming languages, thereby broadening the XRP ledger's appeal to a global developer community. Now, the company also added that the momentum for increasing the programmability of XRP's ledger will further accelerate in 2025 as the organization continues to progress with its goal of adding smart contracts to the mainnet. So very, very nice. Yeah, XRP news just keeps popping up out there. Sure, it is a centralized token out there, which we were just talking about. Solana is a centralized, is a decentralized, but this is the king of all centralized tokens out there. But yeah, so that'd be cool to see and just how it expands. And I can't believe 2025 is just around the corner. We're already in September, October, November. 4 more months, guys, and it is 2025. Crazy. So yeah, so hopefully we'll see some more news about this later on, which I always love coming back to interesting news articles out there. But yeah, so that's our Ripple to add smart contracts for you. Let's move on to our next article, which is not new news. It happened 2 weeks ago. I don't know why I didn't cover it. But Sonys Group takes plunge into Web3 with its new Ethereum Layer 2 network, Sonium. Sony's Sonium aims to bridge Web3 and everyday internet services. Now, this is not the first time Sony has dipped into Web3, crypto, blockchain. They are one of the governors. Yeah, one of the governors of the Theta Network blockchain, which I'm a fan of that token out there. And yeah, they created a network token on there for their spatial display reality, or an NFT token out there. Yeah, they made this little tiki guy out here on the Theta Drop marketplace, and it was used to be showcased on this guy right here once it loads up. Yep, Sony's reality spatial display, where imagination becomes reality. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. You have a 3D rendering machine, it's a flat screen, but it looks 3D and very cool. And they use basically NFTs for that. So yeah, authentic 3D viewing, unique to spatial reality, natural 3D viewing, authentication. So yeah, so it's not the first time Sony has dipped into this kind of thing. But let's go over their new token. I think I just actually followed them on Twitter, Sony, so be sure you always follow the correct one out there. But let's see how they're really just diving more into it. So Sony's Blockchain Solution Labs, a subsidiary of Sony Group, has unveiled plans to develop Sonium, an Ethereum Layer 2 network designed to accelerate blockchain technology and adoption, according to an August 3rd statement. Let's see, I don't think you guys can see it, so let's zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Now, the Layer 2 network is a result of collaboration with blockchain infrastructure provided Startel, which seeks to bridge blockchain technology with everyday internet services. The project signals Sony's ongoing expansion into the digital asset space, and Sony's group hinted at launching a crypto exchange in July after acquiring Amber's Japan Wilfin Exchange. The tech giant plans to rename and relaunch the exchange, although the timeline still remains unclear. So yeah, so it's in the works with that, but we just gotta wait and see. Now, what is Sonium? The network would be designed as a versatile general-purpose blockchain with competitive features blending elements from entertainment, gaming, finance, and other sectors out there. Sonium would leverage the OP stack and superchain developed by the Optimism Foundation, which is a testnet, and will be launched in the coming weeks to provide developers with hands-on experience. Now, several crypto protocols, including Chainlink and the Aster network, are already joining the project as the launch partners. Aster said that its ZK EVM solution should transition into Sonium, and its native Aster token would play a vital role within the planned layer 2. Ooh, that's good news for me because I think I do have some Aster tokens out there. So let's see how that all goes. But June Watanabe, chairman of Sony's Block Solutions Labs, highlighted that Sonium's opportunity to introduce blockchain technology to a global audience by leveraging Sony's extensive reach across entertainment, finance, electronics, and gaming. He emphasized that the Sonium will eventually integrate with Sony Group services to attract users unfamiliar with Web3. Now, Layer 2 networks, if you didn't know what they were, they are Ethereum Layer 2 networks are designed to enhance mainnet scalability and speed to have seen sustainable success. Now, over the past year, the Layer 2 landscape has become crowded with major crypto firms, including Coinbase launching their network, Base, and scoring a massive community adoption. Now, as a result of the Layer 2 networks now handled most of Ethereum activity, according to available data, about 89% of the blockchain transactions occur on these platforms out there. So yeah, here's a graph showcasing that a growing proportion of ETH-based activity is on Layer 2s. And there is many of them out there. ZK Sync, Starknet, Optimism, Base, Scroll. I wonder why Polygon Matic isn't on there, but it is one of them. But however, some critics argue that the expansion could harm Ethereum in the long run. These networks have already pushed the blockchain network fees to 3-year lows and could also potentially signal the end to Ethereum's ultrasound money narrative. Wait, what? Did I never ever cover an article on ultrasound money? Like, that's what Ethereum was. Ethereum was a platform you build stuff on, like not actually use it as a currency. So Layer 2s are good for that because, again, everyone's building on it. Like, Ethereum's a silver, or not the silver, that's what Litecoin is. Ethereum's like the steel to the cryptocurrency and blockchains out there because of the stuff you build on. You're not building with gold or silver out there. You're building with steel. You're building these giant skyscrapers, and yeah, so that's how I always viewed like these Layer 2s on Ethereum blockchain. But yeah, so Sony is dipping into it. So I hope you enjoyed this article about it. So yeah, how do you think about it? You like it? You not? Okay. Let me know down below. But all right, let's move on to our next article. What else do I have for you? Ooh. Yeah, so you know how I cover like the crypto scams out there and everything. Like I said, I'd come back to Wazir X Hacker that like stole, how much did they steal? Was it like $200 million? $230 million of crypto from the exchange. And yeah, we were just always wondering what's going to happen. Are they going to return the funny? Were they just a white hat hacker finding a vulnerability, taking it just to showcase it, and then give them back for a reward? But looks like it is not going to happen because Wazir X Hacker just moved $6.5 million worth of Ethereum to Tornado Cash as tension grows. And yes, if you didn't know, Tornado Cash still is up and running out there. The Wazir X Hacker has carried out 26 transactions, each transferring 100 ETH to Tornado Cash, according to Arkham Intelligence. So it looks like if you're a part of that hack with that blockchain, like they stole that money, like you might not be getting it back. Well, let's hear a little bit more about it. So investors are growing restless as the hacker behind the Wazir X breach has started funneling millions of dollars in user assets through Tornado Cash following the Indian exchange's $230 million exploit on July 18th. Now, earlier Tuesday morning, the exploiter initiated the transfer of 2,600 Ethereum, valued at $6.5 million. Now, to the sanctioned mixer Tornado Cash, according to the blockchain security firm Peck Shield. In August of 2022, the U.S. Treasury Department sanctioned Tornado Cash, claiming it has been used to launder more than $7 billion worth of virtual currency since its creation in 2019. Now, despite its ban in the U.S., the platform still operates across a number of jurisdictions, including North Korea. So, like I said, it's just been banned in the U.S. It's still up and running out there. Yeah, a lot of people thought, like, hey, didn't they get rid of it? Nah, just in the U.S. Kind of like how China just banned mining and trading in their section, but people were still able to hold it. So this was a big misconception out there thinking it was completely gone, but nope. But according to a tracker by blockchain analytic firm Arkham Intelligence, the Wazir X Hacker has carried out the 26 transactions, each transferring at least 100 of ETH to the Tornado Cash to mask the flow of funds. The transactions commenced mere hours after Wazir X's first town hall meeting to discuss its moratorium application. Now, last month, Wazir X experienced a major security breach in one of its multi-sig wallets, resulting in one of the largest crypto thefts in India's history. Now, in the aftermath of the hack, Wazir X implemented a 66% limit on users' Indian rupee withdrawals and has taken legal steps by filing an affidavit with the High Court of Singapore. Now, the exchange is asking for a 6-month moratorium so its holding company, Setai, can work on restructuring its liabilities. Now, it's highly unlikely there can be a recovery in the crypto terms at 100%, stated by Jason Karachi, managing director of Kroll, during the town hall meeting. And the present numbers indicate a range of 52% to 57% in crypto terms. Now, investors who watched the live session expressed disappointment, claiming that the event failed to provide any new clarity beyond what the company had previously stated, and trading on the exchange will resume once creditors approve the restructuring proposal in court sanction. So we'll see if they get reapproval on that, if they'll still be around, but it's just not looking good on this end. So if anything, just lose hope on it all if you had anything a part of it. So yeah, just always be careful out there, but this was just keeping you guys informed on what's going on. It's probably going to be the last time I do cover a Wazir X Hack news article for you. But the only reason why I would make another video on it would be if they actually did return it, but in like Bitcoin, USDC or something. I don't know how they do, but this is probably the last Wazir X Hack news. But yeah, so tough. Now, speaking of moving coins out there, looks like Terraform Labs moved 62 million Bitcoin as Do Kwon remains in legal limbo. So that is our next article for you. So awaiting extradition to either the US or South Korea, Do Kwon could have had access to the Terraform Labs wallet containing more than 1,075 Bitcoin. Now, a wallet reportedly associated with Terraform Labs and one of its co-founders, Do Kwon, has moved $62 million worth of Bitcoin to a different address. According to data from blockchain analytics firm Arkham Intelligence again, on September 2nd, Terraform moved more than 1,075 Bitcoin, roughly 62 million at the time of publication. Now, from one of its wallets, it's unclear if Kwon, currently awaiting extradition from Montenegro, was responsible for the transfer. Now, the Terra ecosystem collapsed in 2022 with authorities from the United States and South Korea filing charges against Kwon and some of his associates with their alleged role in the platform's downfall. Now, in 2023, Kwon was arrested in Montenegro on an unrelated charge and sentenced to 4 months in prison. Now, what are the legal troubles in the U.S.? Well, since his release, Kwon has remained relatively free to move around within the country, while the U.S. and South Korea governments compete to extradite him, and the legal matter has been bouncing between local and high courts for months. Now, it was unclear at the time of publication what Kwon's fate would be, so we still just gotta wait on that. Now, in April, a jury found Terraform and Kwon liable for defrauding investors in their civil case with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. As part of the settlement, the firm agreed to pay roughly $4.5 billion in disgorgement, civil penalties, and pre-judgment interest. Now, Terraform filed for bankruptcy in the U.S. in January, and the case is ongoing with a hearing to address potential reorganization plans scheduled on September 19th. Kwon's personally liable in the U.S. criminal case and entangled in bankruptcy case, and also faces fraud charges in South Korea. So I think he's just happy where he's at right now. He's free to move where he wants, but yeah, eventually something's going to happen. Or he's either going to go to South Korea or the U.S. So let's just wait and see there. Now let's move on to our final article I have for you, which is FBI warrants of North Korean hacker targeting U.S. Bitcoin and crypto ETFs. The FBI has issued an alert warning that the North Korean hackers are attempting to steal cryptocurrency funds from the U.S.-based ETFs using sophisticated social engineering techniques. So it feels like the FBI has really been pumping up these news articles or announcements saying, hey, beware of crypto scams out there. So I wonder what they know. Or is this just because the narrative has changed for cryptocurrencies and blockchain? So let's hear about this warning. Today, the FBI issued an alert warning that North Korean hackers are targeting U.S. cryptocurrency exchange-traded funds in a bid to steal digital assets. The hackers are using advanced social engineering techniques to breach the security of companies associated with these financial products, the FBI stated. Now, here is that public service announcement from them that happened on September 3rd, 2024, and just showcasing that just be careful out there. But according to the FBI, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea has been conducting high-targeted social engineering attacks on employees within the decentralized finance and cryptocurrency industry. These attacks involve detailed pre-operational research and customized scenarios designed to exploit the victim's specific interests and connections. Now, North Korea's malicious cyber actors also conducted research on a variety of targets connected to cryptocurrency exchange-traded funds. Over the last several months, the FBI said that this research included pre-operational preparations, suggesting that North Korean actors may attempt malicious cyber activities against companies associated with cryptocurrency ETFs or other cryptocurrency-related financial products. Now, the FBI also emphasized that North Korean cyber actors are a consistent, persistent threat to organizations managing large quantities of cryptocurrencies. Now, their tactics include impersonating trusted contacts, creating fake scenarios involving job offers or investments, and deploying malware through prolonged and convincing interactions with their targets. So just again, be very careful out there on who you respond to on social media, online. These are really, really deep fakes out there, and AI with their voice is pretty crazy out there. So just be very cautious. Now, they also urged businesses in cryptocurrency sector to adopt stringent security measures, including multi-factor authentication, limiting access to sensitive information, and verifying the identities of contacts through multiple channels. The FBI also recommended that companies with access to their significant cryptocurrency holdings take extra precautions to safeguard their assets against these sophisticated cyber attacks. So again, just nothing I haven't said before. Just be very cautious. Touch up on your internet security hygiene, just like on verifying the URLs that you're clicking on, checking your emails, that email list, like who it actually is, phone messages that are saying you have a receipt or you're due to a refund, to even like phone calls out there from the traditional Indian scammer out there trying to get you some more money. So just be very, very cautious out there. But this is FBI now warning American citizens about just the troubling scamming. This is my touch of words. They're getting involved now with just forewarning people just to be safe. So yeah. So that was all the news I have for you. Yeah, so that's so interesting. Just I want to know your thoughts on Solana. Like, is it centralized? Is it decentralized? The Sonium coin, like maybe I'll pick up some of that one. I don't know, but just Sony getting into Web3 and blockchain, Bitcoin's hash rate, and yeah. So let's take a look at now the Fear and Greed Index. Let's see where people are feeling in the crypto space. We are at a 47, so neutral right now. So again, to kind of matches Bitcoin's price, like we were coming close to that 60,000. Like I believe we're like at 59, like earlier this morning. Now we're back down to 58. Just still hovering that sideways action there. So until we start seeing the greed territory really pop up, maybe then that's when we'll see the surpassing the 60s, 70, 80, and who knows, like. Are we going to see a nice little pump this September, or is it going to be October, which is usually the good sign? Do we still got to wait till the election? We don't know. We just got to wait and see. But that's all the news I have for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't done it. And also join the Crypto Club if you're new to the space and just want all the education you need. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. Go eat a taco for me because I'm stuck here in the rain. And I will see you next time.